This is Stacy with 555 Purple Alchemy, and I welcome you to the latest video from the Collective Counsel. So I just tuned into them, and I asked them to give me a preview of what they were going to talk about so that I could kind of give you a preview. So it is really about the play called humanity. It is why what is happening, our role in what is happening, and just a greater understanding of the reason why we have all incarnated at this time on this plane to be a part of it. So that's what they've given me. I don't know what else they'll give, but let's just go for it, all right? So I'm going to take a few moments to center myself, take a couple deep breaths. I encourage you to do the same so that you can open yourself to receive the information that you are supposed to receive today or whenever you see this video. Hello. We are the Collective Counsel, and we come here with this message for all of humanity. We've come forth to speak of what we have told Stacy is called the play of humanity. That each and every one of you has a role in this, and we have talked about it. If you have watched any of the videos that Stacy has put on YouTube, you will see that this is a common theme, and we talk about it often because it is not yet understood, and so we feel the need to address only this topic today so that you can have a greater understanding of why you are here. This time is no different than so many other times when humanity collectively says, oh, what are we doing? What is all this for? What does this mean? How will we ever see our way through this? How will we ever come out on the other side? This is humanity's time and in memoriam question. You ask it all the time. You ask it for the greater good, but you also ask it for yourself. For there are many times that you will look around and you will see what is happening in your own life, and you feel confused, you feel burdened, you feel the heft of what is happening, and you don't know how you are going to get through it. You are living literally second by second. And you think sometimes in the midst of that you are the only one that feels this. But we assure you, you are not. Much of humanity feels the same way, has felt the same way, and will feel the same way. So the first question we want to answer is why? Why did you decide to incarnate at this time on this plane, to be a part of everything that is happening now in this world? Why? We ask that you take a moment. Let that question enter into you. Why did I incarnate during this time on this plane of existence? Allow that question to seep into you. Be still. Be quiet. See what arises in you. Do not quell anything that arises. Allow it to fully form. See the picture. Feel the feelings and sensations. Feel it all. Knowing that this is helping you to answer that question for yourself. So we are going to pause for a few moments, allowing you to sit with that question before we interject. So what came up for you? What emotion aroused in you? What sensation did you feel? Did you taste anything? Was there an overwhelming sense of anything? We ask that you journal on that after you watch this video. But we say to you, you came here now to this time, to this plane, to be a part of what is happening now. And so many of you say, all of this is out of my control. I am not in power. I am not a politician. I am not a CEO. I am not a magnet. I am not in the religious sect. I am just a mere working bee. I am a worker bee. I have no input on how any of this is done. And we say to you, nah, that is so not true. We have explained in the past, but we will explain again, that there are no minor roles in the play called humanity. There are none, and there are no major roles either. Every soul's role is the same. It is equal. It is not same in that you all perform the same duties. It is the same that it is on the same level. That there is no one that has a higher or a lower level, that someone's is more important than another. And we can see the questions popping in your head. Oh, but they're rich, or they're a politician, or they're a leader of a country, or they're a king or queen. They are this, they are that, and you're assigning roles to all of these people. You are giving away your power, ceding it to them. And we ask that you take that power back, that you understand that their role is no more important than yours. Because there is a great big cosmic scale. One side. And depending on the side of the scale you go on, will tip that scale. But everybody weighs the same amount. So just because someone in their human body is 200 pounds and you are 120 pounds, you think, well, they outweigh me. They're going to tip the scale more than I can, so why bother? And we say to you, no, every soul weighs the same. You are on the scale and it is of equal measure. This is what we are trying so desperately to get humanity to understand. That the only reason any one person feels that they have power is because you have assigned it to them. You have ceded your power to them. And it is time for you to take it back. It is time for you to understand that they are only as powerful as they think they are. And you are only as powerful as you think you are. So why would you give anybody your power? When you were called to come here now, to play your role, to grow, to experience, to expand, and to bring humanity forward. You were called to do that. You were called to do that. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and every one of you were called to do that. You were not called to do it at a higher rate than you. No. You were all called to do the same thing, to do the same work, to propel humanity forward. Think of yourself as a wave in the ocean. Some waves are taller, some waves are smaller, some waves are gentle, and some waves are ferocious. And you can see those same qualities in all of people. But they are still part of the ocean. And one cannot do without the other. Humanity is the ocean. You are part of humanity's ocean. You keep the flow going. And so it is important for you to understand, firstly, that you came here now to be a part of that ocean, to keep that momentum going, to keep humanity moving forward. And not to say that I can't because I have no power, but to say I can because I hold all the power. Each one of you holds all the power. And guess what that means? It means you're all connected. That you each hold all the power. But how can each one of you hold all the power if this person also holds all the power, and that person and that person and that person and that person? Keep going. And we say to you, you can and you do because you are all connected. And in this connectedness is the power of the all. Is the power of all that is. You hold all of that within you. So you can change the world. You can make a difference. You make a difference because you woke up this morning. You had a choice and you chose to live. You chose to wake up to this day and to move forward. We are hearing the questions. We hear it so loudly. But what about the people that I know that don't want to wake up, that don't want the change, that in fact are trying to move the train backwards? What about them? They have all the power too. And they came here now to be in opposition to what humanity, partial humanity, wants. So there's two sides always. There is always going to be two sides. There's the side of here, and then there's the side of here. And most of the time, humanity likes to live in the middle, where it is comfortable, where there's not as much chaos, where it has a feeling of ease. But after a while, humanity does not want that. It's not exciting, it's not sexy, it's not not the thing to make us get up in the morning. Instead, when you create this chaos, when you flip that coin and you allow the chaos to become, all of a sudden it's exciting and there's thrill. Even if you don't like it, there's a sense of movement. And so they want to move this way, but you want to move that way. And how do you do that? How do you do that? You do that by understanding that they too have their role to play. That they have their role to play to bring forth what it is that they wish to see. It is not good or bad. Yours is not good or bad. It is just they are different. You want two different things. Doesn't make it bad. It does not make it good. It just means you want different things. In your viewpoint, you're viewing what they want is negative or bad, or going backwards, or taking rights away, or housing, or countries, or. And you're over here and you're saying, but we are trying to enlighten. So we're the good guys. We are the ones that are trying to make everything better. And we just want them to wake up. We want them to come over here. But we ask this question of you. When was the last time you were the villain in your own story? You're making assumptions that somebody else is wrong, and you are making the assumption that you are right. Instead, we are asking that you make the assumption that everything is neutral. That it is only when you assign it something that it becomes something else. But in reality, it doesn't change. Energy does not change. Energy is neither bad or good, right or wrong. It just is. So we say to you, as you ask this question, what about the people that are doing this and that, and they're wrong, and they're not seeing what we want and how good it can be, and just no, lay it down, lay it down, lay it down, and see that to them they're as right as you are. They are as passionate about what they see as their truth as much as you see what is your truth. But they're both neutral. They just are. And so if your role is equal to their role, how can it be any different? And so it is this time that you wonder, how are we ever going to get through this? How are we going to see anything beautiful if we can't even see how we're going to get through today? And we say to you, it is by leaving the playing field and just knowing that it is neutral, knowing that it is level, knowing that no one person, no matter their name, no matter their title, no matter how much money they have, no matter whatever you assign it, it does not matter. You have the same capacity within yourself to affect change. You woke up this morning. You decided to live. You have a prospect of a future. Don't live there, for it does not exist. Live now, live presently. Affect change through every breath that you take. Centering yourself. Accepting everyone as they are. Expecting no one to change because you don't agree with them. Instead, you look at them and you say, you are having your experience, and I can accept that you are having your experience. And I need to do nothing more than that. And every soul that is here on earth that is having a human experience are being called to hold all of humanity in space, to hold space for them in love, acceptance, and non-judgment. When you can look at someone who you vehemently disagree with and see them for the soul that they are, having the experience that they came here to have, and that their role is no greater than yours, then you can truly see them for the soul that they are, holding them in love, acceptance, and non-judgment. Everyone is called to do that. Even the people who commit what you would say are the most heinous crimes. Yes, even they, you are called to hold them in love, acceptance, and non-judgment. How can we say this to you? We say this because you do not know anyone's soul's plan. You do not know their soul's contracts, and you do not know what anyone has decided to do with them, for them. They are creating or deconstructing what they came here to create or deconstruct. It is not for you to know, to understand, agree with, or disagree with. It is only for you to know that you have been called to hold space for them in love, acceptance, and non-judgment. And we ask that you also hold space for yourself in love, acceptance, and non-judgment, because you too came here to experience, to learn, and to grow, to play your role in the play called humanity. And you do not even know or understand the totality of your soul's plan or your soul's contract. If you do, you won't be here much longer. For it is always removed from your consciousness so that you will fully experience what you came here to experience. And lastly, we say to you, remember that nothing is being done to you, and everything is being done for you. It is when you can see this that you can understand that every step you take is leading you to exactly where you are to go. Yes, you have free will, and yes, that makes a very huge difference. But ultimately, you will arrive exactly where you are to go. There is much that we spoke of in this video, and there's so much more to it than just what we have given you. But we say to you that every day we ask that you live in love and joy that just pours out of every single pore, that it spills out onto everything that surrounds you, everything that you touch, every person you encounter. Live presently, live joyfully, live gratefully. And you will begin to see the whole world and all of humanity through that lens. You are not called to hold or carry anyone else's energy, no matter who they are. Their energy is theirs, yours is yours. Do not carry what is not yours. They need to lean on you, allow them to lean, but do not carry that energy. It is theirs. And in doing this, you will understand what is yours why you are here, what you are doing, why you are doing it. And so we are going to leave you, and we ask that you listen to what we have said, and then go back to how you felt before we began this explanation. And really look at what was coming up and journal about that so you can understand where you are in this moment. Release all of your anger, release all of your fear, for it does not serve. Be in love and joy, gratitude and compassion, and you will see the world very differently. We love you. We love you. Oh, we so love you. And we thank you for listening to our message today. Wow. Timely. I have been feeling so much angst, and there's been this sense of, is what I do make a difference? Does anybody want to hear what I'm putting out, whether it be from the Collective Counsel or from the Akashic Records? And I keep getting told, yes, it does make a difference. It makes a difference for me. It makes a difference because it allows me to live in that joy and that gratitude, that compassion, understanding that this is my path. It may not be yours. It may not be most of the world's, but it is my path. And to live authentically in that. And remembering that my role is as important as Donald Trump's, King Charles, the imams in the Middle East, Vladimir Putin. I name the leader, name any leader, name any business mogul, that my role here is as important as theirs. It's different, and I don't understand them or the choices that they make, but I'm not called to. Again, they said it all at the end there. Do not hold anyone else's energy. That's theirs. So I don't need to understand. I do not need to agree with or disagree with them. I just need to hold space and say, I love you for who you are. I love you for the soul that you are, and the human experience that you're having. I don't need to hold. I don't need to carry. I want to see you for the soul that you are. And being reminded ever so gently from the Collective Counsel of that is beautiful, because for me personally, and this is just my viewpoint, it helps me to see all of humanity and the situations that are happening around me very differently. And I liked how they started that, these questions that we're asking, these are questions that we've asked at time immemorial. What is happening in the world has happened before, and much worse. And if we look at it only from the lens of today, This is May 4th, 2024. So if we look at it from the lens of today, all of a sudden, we see how far we've come and how much worse things actually could be. But they're not, because we are playing our roles, because we are seeking something different. No matter who you are, no matter what it is that you're seeking, it's different. And so the understanding that the energy of those things are equal. They're no more important or greater than the other. And that I love how they said that they're of equal proportion, that the heft of one does not outweigh the heft of another. So the real explanation of we are truly all equal, no matter who we are, no matter where we are in the world, no matter our economical status in the world, no matter our title, no matter, we are of equal stature. And so I am going to choose to believe that. I am going to choose to believe that what they're telling me is that I matter. Because I woke up this morning, I matter. Which means because you woke up this morning, you matter. And you do make a difference. I make a difference. So I am going to go out in the world and I am going to make a difference however I can. And that might just be smiling at every single person that I encounter today. It might be saying a kind word to someone who looks as if the world has befallen them. It might be releasing this video today and asking the universe, asking God to place it in front of the people that need to see it. And when it's placed in front of them, that they will actually open it and watch it. It might be sitting in meditation and just being present. Whatever it is, I am willing to accept that opportunity to do that today. And I call on you to do the same. I would love to hear what you have to say about the message that they gave today. And I would love for you to ask questions, because I would love to do a Q&A with them. And because I think sometimes that's when we get the most clarity, is when we ask them questions. Because oftentimes, for me personally, when they come through, yes, they give me all this beautiful, lovely information, and it's gorgeous and it's worded so beautifully. But it's not until I ask questions and we have a back and forth that the onion gets peeled back, and that I fully understand the core of their message, which, by the way, is always love. Just not to give anything away, but truly that's what it is. So send me some questions. Please send me some questions so that I can do a Q&A with the Collective Counsel. Thank you for tuning in. Please share this video. Please subscribe to my channel. It's free. There's no ads, or if there are, I don't know about them. But I do this not for any other reason that they've called me to put these videos out. And then, just so you know, I do have a website, 555 Purple Alchemy. On there you can book sessions with me. I do Akashic Records readings. I do readings where you ask the Collective Counsel your questions, and we do that. And I also can tune into your guides and give you information that your guides want you to know, the answers to questions that you ask. And then I also do Reiki healing. So visit my website. There's a blog on there. I blog usually once a week, sometimes a whole lot less. Kind of depends. But yeah, so check it out. 555 Purple Alchemy. sign up for the emails, and then you'll be notified on any specials, any blog posts that come out, anything like that. And if you're interested in giving a session to someone else, there are also gift certificates available. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you soon. Bye.